do like, we'll kind of go easy the first lap, and I'll kind of call out where I'm looking and when, just to kind of give you an idea of the concept, and then we'll kind of mess around with the line into you'll see the line a little,
okay,
but we won't probably be going fast enough to really feel like the weight transfer, and so we'll do that after.
You want
yeah, sure,
the traction off?
No, let's just leave that on for now. And it's manual?
Yeah.
Did I do that? Okay. Oh, it's not yet because I'm in reverse. And I'm Chris, by the way.
Chris, Mustafar.
Mustafar, nice to meet you. I didn't even do the mirrors. So turn one is kind of a throwaway since it's pretty much flat out. I mean, we don't have cones out for turn in or anything like that. So turn two is kind of where we'll start, and once you come out of turn one, you're looking for sorry, listen to the radio. So we're looking for this cone here. Now I'm already looking over the wall, looking for the cone for the apex cone. I'll turn in. This one's tough because you can't actually see it when you turn in. Now we'll hit here. I'm looking at the curves on the outside, and I'm just letting the car come all the way out. Already looking at the 4. Now it's in my peripheral looking at the turn-in cone. Now I'm looking all the way over here. I can see it in my peripheral. Turn in, drive down to the cone here, looking at the curb on the outside, allowing the car to open up to the outside curbs. Already looking at the 2 board, my brake marker. Now that's in my peripheral. I'm looking at the turn-in cone. Turn-in cone is now in my peripheral. I'm looking over here to get down to the apex, and this is the line kind of through here. I go about mid-track, and I keep the steering angle the same to go here, and then I throw the weight to the other side and drive through here, get down here, get up to the curbs over on this side. Already looking for the 2 over here. Now I'm looking at the turn-in cone. Now I'm looking at the apex cone. Drive down here, look at that curbing on the exit, open up to the curbing on the exit, looking at the cone down here already. This is a tough one because there's so many cones and you don't actually quite go cone to cone. You know, I go curb here, scrub a bit of speed, allow it to kind of pull out wide on the other side of the seam. I'm looking through here, waiting for the curb to show up. I'm going to cut in now when I see it and then drive out. I'm looking right at that cone here. I go about mid-track, load the right side, drive through here, and then throw the weight to this side, drive through here, get out to the curb on the other side. Already looking at the brake marker. We'll do 4 just because it's easy. On the brakes, looking at the apex here, wait to turn in, cut in, look at the curb on the outside, get out to here, already looking at that cone here. Now I'm looking for the apex over here, cut down, I see it there, looking for the curb on the outside, there it is, drive out. And that kind of helps paint the picture a little bit more on where you want to go.
I'll try to do it right now while not driving.
Yeah, great. want to do more laps? I figured that's probably good. If you want to do more, I can.
Oh no, it's good. Like I'm gonna actually probably try to drive it myself and try to work on this stuff. You know?
Was it any different than what you're doing a little?
100%. Like the fact that I wasn't, you know, like locking my vision onto the next point.
Yeah.
Like, well, I mean, so obviously the brake markers, you already straightened the car out, so you look at them regardless.
Yeah.
But for example, you know, in turn 3, that cone.
Yep.
You know, like you don't look at. I never look at it. You know.
Right.
So basically, I'm gonna like try doing that. You know, like actually lock vision on that, and that kind of opens up the, you know. Yeah, so I'm less surprised than where I'm coming out.
Right, because normally if you do this, you turn, you don't like, okay, where do I need to go? And then that creates this weird, you know, lack of smoothness in the steering and the throttle and the brakes, all of that stuff.
Yep.
So what I'll tell you, if you work with this process of trying to have your primary and your secondary, it's going to feel very difficult to do at speed. If you find yourself checking, like double checking where you're at, you're going too fast for you to trust the process. So go out and honestly, even the pace that we're going right now, go do that pace and kind of work on doing the process. And if you find yourself checking where you're at, then you're just going too fast for your current comfort level. And I'm going to tell you, it's going to start bleeding. Like your pace is going to go faster and faster because you'll start to get more comfortable with it, and you're going to go faster, and it's not really going to feel scary. It's not going to feel like you're on the limit. I agree with those guys. The rears are a little bit unnerving at that pace, but you know, you've got the stability control. Like for me, I was trying to work around it, right? But you can make.
I turned the stability off. You know,
oh, you did? Okay, great.
No, not right now, but when I drive, I turn it off.
You might want to have it on just with those tires, with the tires being that way. It's you know, it's your
I
call.
probably won't drive them. I'll probably try to get out the Porsche, get it replaced tomorrow.
So that's what basically, like this is what I run into, and I try not to be egotistical with it, but all of the other crap that you've learned throughout your driving career doesn't really work that well if you're not looking where you need to go. Like none of that stuff, you can't do it efficiently when you're not doing your vision efficiently. It's literally the #1 building block of everything.
I think what it is, to be honest with you, basically, I'm like comfortable with this track that I remember. And that's why, you know, like a lot of things is not surprised even if I'm not looking. You know, like when I, you know, like into turn 5. But it definitely is, or turn 3, for example. But turn 5 is where, like, I mean, at least once track a day, I spin there. You know, like, and it is for sure, because every time I go in, oh shit, like I'm coming in too hard.
You know, I messed it up and I don't know why.
You know,
so was how I take it, was that slightly different than you?
I'm gonna try doing it while driving. I was doing it, you know, while you were driving. So it's easy to do, but you know.
So was the line through 5 different than what you were doing as well? No. Okay, good.
Well, I mean, I think what you do is you go further, you know, like to the curb. Versus like I go about 2/3. And then I go in.
Okay. Cool. Well,
I'll try it. Appreciate it, Chris.
I'm
good pointers.